This is the Acer Predator 17 and it came out in early 2016 and it's one of the last gaming notebooks to offer NVIDIA's Maxwell graphics cards. This has the GTX 970M in it to be specific. You can get the 980M as well, but it means while it is a capable gaming machine, the latest Pascal cards, including the 1060, 1070 and 1080, are significantly more powerful than this, as they're almost on par with desktop components for speed, which marks a huge change for the gaming notebook industry. So while it may lack the super awesome new graphics cards, there's still a lot to like about the Acer Predator 17 here, and a few things I hope Acer fix on their new models. It definitely looks like a gaming laptop to start with. It's big, bulky, bezel-licious as they all are. The Predator 17 is unashamedly large and a gaming notebook, there's no denying it, and it's pretty heavy too, at about 8.7 pounds and 1.6 inches thick, but it's pretty much on par with the competition. There's nothing really different here. Most gaming laptops are this big, like the Asus G752 in terms of size. As you might imagine then, you'll need a large backpack or suitcase to transport this around, which seems a little disingenuous since the primary benefit of a gaming laptop is portability over a traditional desktop. Actually, having said that though, my recent mini ITX PC build, which features right here actually behind me, demonstrates desktops themselves can be quite portable, so it's a shame we still have such massive footprints on these gaming machines. And it doesn't have to be this way either, as the Gigabyte P35 V5 proved, although the build quality on that laptop was a little bit questionable. So the Predator 17 is big, but you do get a beautiful 17.3-inch IPS display. It's 1080p, and you get a full-size keyboard with a separate numpad. And in this model, I've got a Blu-ray player, but all of them come with at least a disk drive, something few modern notebooks offer these days. You can get it in a variety of configurations as well. This model I'm reviewing has the GTX 970M, a Skylake i7 6700HQ processor, and more ports on the side than you can shake a stick at, including one of the latest USB Type-C connectors, which is great for future-proofing. It's also got a 256GB SSD inside, along with a 1TB hard drive, a sensible configuration that most gaming notebooks offer these days. If you do have deeper pockets though, and you want the best, you can upgrade this to feature a 980M graphics card up to 32GB of DDR4 RAM, and as you'd expect, a bigger capacity SSD. The 980M is around 30% faster than the 970M, so it is a reasonably big step up if you can afford the higher end card. But as I mentioned at the beginning, both these cards are sort of left in the dust now by the new Pascal cards. The new 1060, for example, offers similar performance to the top end 980M. But it is still a powerful machine though, and thanks to the sensible 1080p resolution, although 4K is an option, it plays all the latest games very well actually. It maintained a solid 50 to 60 FPS in GTA 5, about 80 frames per second in Dirt Rally, and around 40 to 45 FPS in Hitman at high settings. So there is still plenty of power here, and if you find yourself not quite making 60 FPS in all the latest games, you can just drop a couple of settings and you'll pretty much get 60 across the board, which is very impressive, and really down to the fact that this has a 1080p display. As soon as you add in that 4K display, then laptops like these really start to struggle. The components just aren't fast enough. So I would recommend a 1080p option rather than the 4K version. The screen itself though looks really good. I think you agree. It's an IPS, so you get good viewing angles. And although they're not quite as good as other laptops I've seen, it's generally still a very nice screen. It's bright, the colors are vibrant, and they're punchy. Everything looks really nice on it, whether you're watching a Blu-ray or playing games or watching YouTube videos. It's generally a really nice screen to look at. As for battery life, well, I managed around 3 hours from the Predator 17, using it for office work, a bit of web browsing, watching videos, and general laptop-y stuff. So not great, but no one really expects a great battery life from a gaming notebook. So that's all pretty standard so far. You know, bulky design, solid performance, poor battery life, pretty par for the course really. But where the Acer Predator 17 does stand out is with its keyboard actually, which is actually one of the best I've ever used on a laptop, let alone a gaming one. It's a really nice, well-spaced chiclet keyboard. It's got good travel, the keys feel responsive, it's got a full-size numpad, it's backlit with a variety of colors. I really do like typing on this keyboard. There's a nice clicky sound to it. It's not a spongy keyboard like you get on some other notebooks. Really impressive actually. The trackpad, on the other hand, isn't quite so impressive. It's got a bit of a cheap feeling to the left and right clicks. It's a bit spongy. It's reasonably responsive as well, but it just doesn't feel nearly as premium as other notebooks or gaming laptops. And perhaps Acer realised this and expect you to use an external mouse, which I'm sure you guys would anyway if you're going to be gaming on this, because they've actually added a dedicated trackpad disabling button just to the right of it, so it's right there if you want to turn it off. So maybe that's what Acer's telling us to do. So the Acer Predator 17 is a solid gaming notebook and it performs well where it counts in games, offering good performance across the board in the region of 60 frames per second. But crucially, whatever merits the Predator 17 does earn sort of fall by the wayside, as we all know now following E3 2016 and Nvidia's announcements that the new Pascal cards are coming out. They'll be in laptops within a few weeks. They're probably even out now if you're watching this. And it sort of just makes this laptop a bit sort of ancient history. It's a good gaming laptop, but I just wouldn't pay the asking price, as I say, of £1,500 or $1,700 unless that drops significantly, maybe to around the £1,000 mark. Maybe then it'll be decent value, because you will expect the new models to also be quite expensive. So if you're going to buy a gaming notebook, presumably you're going to want to be gaming on it, and you want the best screen, you want the best performance, and obviously you are paying quite a premium for that. So to go for a laptop which, even though it's only a couple of months old, it's only sort of early 2016, the fact that it is now a bit outdated in terms of that graphics card architecture means that I really can't recommend this. But Acer do still make some of the finest gaming notebooks on the market, so I can't wait to get my hands on one of their new models featuring the new graphics cards. Anyway, let me know what you make of the Predator 17 in the comments below, and if you're a fan of gaming laptops generally. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and if you enjoy my videos, please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you right here next time on the Tech Chat.